Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay you guys, we are back. We're back to do the face painting on our girls. But before we get started on that, I just want to show you, I did do one of the girls off camera. Sorry you guys, I couldn't help myself. I got excited. I like to pre-plan as much as possible so that I'm not fiddling around, because I don't edit my videos and it makes things go smoother if I have some idea of what I'm going to be doing. So I got so excited about doing her that I finished her off. So let me just share what I did. Let me show you guys. Isn't she turned out pretty? And then I put polka dots on her clothing. I think that turned out really cool. If you guys hear a bunch of screaming, there's no children dying. There's a birthday party going on next door, and they're in the front yard, so they're having a dandy good time. Okay, so the next one we're going to do together. I'm going to do her face painting in just a second, but I want to add these flowers on here because I just feel like she needs to have a bigger headpiece of flowers. So this is what we're going to do. I already put this flower there, but it's not big enough, so we're going to go right over it, and we're going to do that. Because there's pink and red in her outfit, so I figured that'll look good together. Okay, and then we'll come in close when we do the face here in a second, but let me get my glue stick out and let's glue this on. Okay, so we'll just put the glue on her headpiece. Okay. Did I get any glue on my thing here? No. Okay. Oh, I left those together, so hopefully that's exactly what I want. Let's see. I think I want it like that. And then this goes over it like that. Yeah, I think, do I want them a little closer together? Just a second, guys. That's the beauty of a glue stick. Oh, this piece just came right off. Fabulous. That's not really what I wanted to come off. Okay. Just a second. Let me play for a second here. Oh, I guess that's how it's going to have to be. Okay. That was crazy. That other rose just came off. And normally things don't come off that easy on this. Come up a little bit more. Okay. See what I mean? I planned this out, but still, you know, there's some hemming and hawing for a second. Can you imagine if I didn't pre-plan some of this? Oh my God, we'd be here all day. And you guys just want the, you know, maybe some inspiration or some ideas. You don't want to be here all day looking at me going, okay, make up your mind. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, let me just use a baby wipe on my mat here because it's getting sticky. Cannot tell you guys how much I love this glass mat. Whether you get the Tim Holtz one or you get this one. This is Crafter's Companion. I got it for $20 only on HSN. So that was a really good price. And I got it on Easy Pay, I think. So I think I paid like 4 payments. I didn't have to do it. I could just pay 20 bucks, but it was offered in 4 payments, so I took it. And I absolutely love working on it. And then I always have a nice clean surface I can just wipe off. It's great for videos. You always have a really nice clean surface. I love it. Okay, so now we have our headpiece. And you know what? Let me just wipe off some of this glue off the back of here so this isn't all sticky. All right. Enough drawing. Now we're going to come in closer. We're going to start doing some face painting. That's what I like to call it anyway. Let's see, like that or like this. Yeah, like that. And then let's... There we go. All right. Do I need to be over here more? Or will this be right here? There we go. All right, here we go. Got some nice Java here. Tastes so good. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to line her eyes with some eyeliner, which is nothing but an ink pen, but I call it eyeliner. And let's put on some eyes here. Let me put on my readers. It's going to be working small here. Okay. So I just want to line her eyes like this to really bring them out. And then underneath, I want to line it really heavy. Just like how I do my own eyeliner. I do a heavy, heavy eyeliner, but I love heavy eyeliner. And then let's just go over these just a couple more times here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and then we're gonna do these crazy, sometimes I like to just do regular eyelashes. We're gonna do these crazy eyelashes, so here we go. I got this idea from either DYAN REAVELY or what's her name? TEESHA Moore. I can't remember which one. Okay, so let's go over here to the other eye and do the same thing. Go ahead and line that top a couple times. Now let's go line the bottom. Let me make sure you guys are seeing me and make sure everything's on. Yeah, we're going good. Okay. And if my hand's in the way, sorry about that. I'm not sure which eye, but I know one eye, it'll probably be in the way, and the other eye you can probably see better. And when I do this, I'm using like a finer tip because then I have more control than if I used a little bit bigger tip. And then let's do this. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let's go back over what we just did one more time just to thicken up the lines a little bit more. Those kids are so cute. They're just yelling and screaming and having a good old time. Makes me remember when I was little. Nothing was more fun than saying you're going to a birthday party. With a bouncy house? Oh yes, that's what they have over there. They have a big old bouncy house right in the front yard. Okay. So next, what we want to do is color these in. Do I want to use? Oh, and I want to use this magenta color because that's kind of this pinky magenta color because that's in the flowers and her outfit. I'm not so sure if I want to use. Oh yeah, this is good. And all I'm using is a Sharpie. You guys, I got so lucky. I went to a garage sale. This was like a long time ago. This was like, oh my God, 8 years ago. And I do stuff with like laces and doilies and like lace books. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and I was collecting this one. I was really collecting a lot of lace. And so I bought a bunch of laces and doilies and all this stuff from this lady. And, well, actually, I bought it from her daughter because her mother had passed away, so I was buying her mother's laces and stuff. And, she had this box, and I opened up the box. It was full, and I mean full, of Sharpies of all colors. You guys, I've never had to buy Sharpies, like anything with color, since. These are still from that, from 8 years ago. And these Sharpies still just work perfectly. Okay, on this magazine page, the black ink is getting on my marker. So I'm just going back over it like this, and it's taking out the black ink and making sure that it's just magenta. So, and I'm wiping off my brush in between. It's probably because I'm dealing with magazine pieces. Just to let you know that you may have some bleeding like that, but you can go right back through it and wipe off the tip of your marker, and it'll wipe off the black and put the magenta back in. Anyway, okay, moving on. Loving that. Okay, what do we want to do next? Okay, next let's do, let's see if I want to do any eyeshadow in between that. Let's make this liner a little bit heavier because I got some other stuff I'm going to do to this. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to do these eyelashes, a really different way of doing eyelashes. This right here I also got from either DYAN, REAVELY, or TEESHA when I was looking at some of their stuff. I can't remember which one, but one of them. I thought it was really cool. That was really funky, and I like it. With these girls, you can't get too funky. The funkier, the better. Look how cool that looks. And then I'd like to color those in with that same magenta type of color that we did on the eyes there. Make sure you guys are close enough that you're seeing, yeah. So you can definitely take a snapshot of this. So this is an idea for you to do some face painting on your girls. And then check out TEESHA Moore. I'll put, she's in the below. It's TEESHA Moore, M-O-O-R-E, I believe. And I'll put TEESHA Moore down and DYAN REAVELY. And you can check out their crazy ladies, their crazy collage ladies. I don't know if they call them that, but that's what I call them. There's this little black, oh, that's not, okay, it's a piece of fabric. Okay. Let me make sure this is all dry here. Yeah, that is. I think I'm going to put some eyeshadow up in here. Okay, I have these color sticks. Well, let's do some cheeks on her, and then I'll decide if I'm going to do the eyeshadow. These are water-soluble crayons. No, these are Jane Davenport. Absolutely love these. You can use anything well, I think that the water-soluble crayons work really good, and you don't use water with them. Just rub them out. So your gelatos will probably work well with this. I don't know about acrylics, and I don't know about wax either. So you just have to try it and see. Test it on another piece of magazine paper and see if it works. But I do know that the water-soluble crayons work well. So we just want to blush up her cheeks a little bit more. Not a little bit more, a lot more. I want them to be kind of obnoxious. So she has a really nice blushy cheek. Very cool. In fact, let's come out a little bit more because this is where she originally had her cheeks blushed out too, so we'll follow that line there. Okay. Because we're working on magazine paper, the water-soluble crayons, they just move on this paper. Cool. I'm curious, I'll have to test it out. I'm curious to see how, oh, what are they called? Oil pastels would work on here. I think oil pastels would work too, if you have those. And you can always just use a Sharpie, or if you have alcohol markers, I think that would work. You always just use a Sharpie and do that. The cheeks, it just won't blend out very, you know, they won't blend out. They'll be a little bit more like, just like there. But that would still look cool. So, with these type of things, this is dramatic. Nothing can, there's no wrong or right here. There's never any wrong or right anyway with mixed media, in my opinion. So, all right. We want to put some eyeshadow back here. Okay. So, I think we might use the same color and throw in some eyeshadow back here. Let me just see. Let me test it out and see how I like it. You know what? I'm not liking it. All right, let's not throw any eyeshadow back there. I just don't see it needing it back there, I don't think. I did another girl like this, and I'm just trying to see if I... All right, let me see if I should put some purple back there. See, these are the water-soluble crayons from Jane Davenport, and she made them to look like lipsticks. Isn't that fabulous? I absolutely love them. I have 2 different sets. Oh, you probably can't really see. Okay, there we go. That's the water-soluble crayons. Sorry, I forgot that I was up close. Okay. And I'll flash those water-soluble crayons at you again, so if you missed it, when we zoom back out. Let's see if some purple would be good back here, or if that's going to be too dark. Yeah, that's not going to be, it's going to be too dark. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're good. Sometimes you just keep trying to add too many things. I know, can you believe I'm saying that? Add too many things? What? All right, next, let's do some fairy dust on her eyes. And fairy dust is nothing but little splatters or little white dots, but I like to call them fairy dust. Make sure you guys are still there. What time are we at? Okay. I'm taking a liner brush and some white acrylic paint. Very simple. White acrylic paint would probably work good to blush out her cheeks also. So those are just different things you can try. And what I would do before I try it on my girl, and you're not sure how it's going to react, just get a magazine piece or get a face out in a magazine and start playing around with that first before you do it on your girl. Okay, so I want to just put like little, basically fairy dust her eyes, like little glitter all over like this. I'm sure you guys can just hear those kids, huh? Okay, and then let's go below and dot her eyes like this. Okay. And we're also going to throw another catch light in here like this. I'll throw another catch light in over here. Let's see if I can get it to go in. Perfect. And then I want to throw some fairy dust on her cheeks. So let's fairy dust all this over here. Okay. And while we're at it, let's put some little fairy dust on her lips. More like little polka dots on her lips. Shorty had cool lips. She had these blue lips I thought was really cool. On one of my other girls, I put black lips on her. That was cool. Okay, so we added that. And then let's go to the other eye and do the same thing. Okay. Oh, there's nothing more beautiful than listening to little children playing, all happy. Makes me think of when my kids were small. Always had a house full of kids. My house was the house that had all the kids at it. Are any of you guys surprised? I was always like, how do those mothers do it? They don't have no kids at their house. They probably said, no. Go to Angela's house. Okay, we're going to do, a big highlight on the nose here. We'll see if it works out. If it doesn't work out, we'll erase it and do it again, but let's see. Yay! Worked out the first time. Sometimes that doesn't work out so well. Sometimes I don't get it really straight. And who says it has to be straight? And then I want to throw some highlighting up into here like this. Okay. And then what else do we want to do? I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I want to do. On my other girl, I did that. I liked it. Okay, I'm going to get my pen back out. What did I do on her? I put a little star, like a little tattoo, down here. Cool. I like that. Oh, I love her makeup. That looks so cool. Okay, let's stay here, and we're going to, ooh, my girl is, oh Lord, my girl is stuck to this, stuck to the mat. Oh gosh, hopefully nothing rips. Hopefully nothing's really stuck. Come on. Okay, there we go. Woo! Just a second, guys. Let me wipe up my mat. I guess check to see if your girl is sticking to the damn thing. Okay, we avoided a disaster there. Okay, let me put her back on here. All right, so let me put it back down here so that you guys can see her headpiece really good. There we go. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do some fairy dusting on her headpiece, which is just white splatters. But we need to put a little piece of paper over her face. So I have over her face like that. And let's do some splatters. Or what I like to call fairy dusting. In about 5 minutes, you guys, the video will change over. So just go on to the next part. Okay, so I just took a stiff paintbrush and we're going to do some splatters. Okay, there we go. There we go with that. And then, you know what, let's just take her away again really quickly and wipe down my mat again. With acrylic paint, I like to wipe it off right away. Then that way you don't have to like work on it later. It'll come right off still, but once it dries, you might have to scrape it off more. This way I can just wipe it off. It just makes it easier. So that's why you guys always see me being kind of diligent about wiping off my mat. Okay. Doesn't that look so magical? I love it. So let's do some, with my white paint still and my little brush. I gotta get some more paint on here. And when you're going to do that fairy dusting, you need to wet down your white paint, if you didn't know how to do that. So take your white paint, wet it a little bit, and then splatter. For this, I'm using just regular acrylic paint without any water in it on my brush. And we're going to do some shooting stars. Just kind of like I did on the other girl that I showed you that I did off camera. Let's do some shooting stars. So what you want to do is you want to lay a dot down, but I'm using the dots that are basically already there. So you lay a dot down, or if a dot's already there, and then you just shoot it out. Now, can you do this with a white paint pen? Yeah. But in my opinion, you don't get that shooting star look. It looks like it looks like too controlled. That's what I think. So that's why I like to use this liner brush. And then let's do some medium-sized stars. Okay. And then I'm going to do some stars where you just do like 3 flick outs. Just do all kinds of stars. Okay. I don't like that one. And it's not nice if you don't like it, you can just wipe it off. I don't like that one either. Alright, let's make it smaller. Oh, I hear somebody crying. I think somebody fell off the jumpy house. Probably hit their head wrong way. Just crying. Hopefully someone didn't hurt themselves too bad, because now they're really screaming. But there's a lot of parents out there, so I'm sure she's being attended to. Or maybe she didn't hurt herself. You know, if a kid doesn't get a toy or something, some kids go crazy. Let's see if I can do a big star here. We'll see how it looks. There we go. Did a nice big star right there. I like how that looks. There we go. And let's just do a couple of more little medium-sized stars here and there. Okay. I'll just hit a couple more here. Okay. And I think that looks good. You could just keep going on forever with these darn stars. Well, I guess it will look like too much if you keep going, but anyway. I love it. Okay, that looks good. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to do on this girl. Okay, let's see. Let me come out a little bit. In fact, let me let you guys see. Oh, jeez. When is that glue gonna dry? So this is what the headpiece looks like. And this is what her face painting looks like. Doesn't that look cool, you guys? Oh, I'm loving it. Okay, so let's go back down so you guys can make sure it's fully down so you guys can see fully what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just looking at now her outfit and seeing if I want to do anything else to the outfit. So she's really big, you guys, so her face is out of the frame now. Now we're looking at the body. I'm just looking to see if there's anything on the body that I want to do. Yeah, let's throw, I don't want to splatter because I don't want to splatter everything, but let's throw some fairy dust on the rose. So I'll come back in now on that rose. Oops. And we'll just go like this. And we'll fairy dust this rose. And actually, why don't we, no, we'll just throw fairy dust on it. I was gonna say, you know what, why don't we throw stars and stuff all over it? But you know what, let's make it different than, oops. Let's make it different than the headpiece. Okay, there we go. And then I have my gold marker right here. I just bought a gold, I have like paint markers, but I didn't have gold, just regular markers. I only had gold paint markers. So I just bought this